Hey, yeah, yeah. Good morning. It's morning here in Pennsylvania. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna talk about this deicide. I'm gonna talk about this deicide because I always, I do a lot of videos on deicide, or at least I've done probably four or something like that, something regarding deicide. Um, I'll address pretty much. I've watched a bunch of reviews because I like watching that stuff. If you did a review, chances are I probably saw it. Anyway, I'd like to get an idea of what's buzzing around out there. But anyway, yeah, we'll get into this thing. Um, First off, I'm going to go on a tuning rant real quick. And what I mean by a tuning rant is I've said this and I've addressed this in other videos about deicide. All death metal bands, and I'll even say this, I don't listen to Megadeth, but if you go see Megadeth live, they're at D standard tuning, a step down. Okay? I've heard that. They're playing live, they've dropped, not drop tuned, but the whole register all the way down to D, one step down. Slayer has songs in C standard tuning. Okay? Going back to 98. Deicide has stayed at E flat tuning since their freaking demos, which is remarkable. To not one guy went, hey guys, you know, there's guys playing in D out there. Can we just a little bit? It won't. It's like, no, we're E flat tuning and we just bomb blast through, and that's what we are. And you know what? I'm as in the later years, since everything is tuned to Z now, I like the challenge of can you make a great record in 2024 at standard tuning? That's not easy, man. And you know what? I don't know. I'm good. This is a good record. Now I'm going to go through and talk about what I think is really strong about it. I'll say people are complaining about the production because it's very sterile. I get it. I get it. I do. I wish, I wish you had Legion or something production, of course, right? Um, I'll give him this. Under that level of microscope, I wouldn't want to be under that level. I mean, every alternating pick in this album is on time and imperfect. I get it. It's not Deicide. You want to hear craziness and batshit everything. I do too. But this is remarkable playing. And let's just be reminded, I'm not playing old man, card here, but these guys are 50, going 50s. If they're not 57, they're both going to be 57. That's the rhythm section of this band. And, Quirion's not a kid either. Norberg's probably a little bit younger, but anyway, that's a testament to the real raw playability of what these guys are doing here. Every damn pick is right on, man. And there's a in a Deicide album, there's a lot of down picking. So let's get into it. So yeah, hats off to the just playing on this thing, man. And I'll get into Steve again. I've not been shy about how I feel about Steve's playing in other videos. This guy's not a kid, and there's stuff on here that's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous what he's playing on here, and I'll get into it. But if he's got to play "Woke from God" live, man, I'm gonna find a way to get behind back there and watch him because man. Anyway, all right. I did my E flat rant. So yeah, hats off to Deicide for pummeling all the way through all these years. E flat tuning. All right. From unknown heights you will fall. Great intro. Right off the gat. Yeah, right off the gat. right out of the gate, great intro, right? Opens up, there's a pause, you get a Glenn growl, and they go into like an evil thrashy thing. And I don't use the word thrash as a derogatory term here. It's evil. It sounds good. Yeah, there's some chokes, and then right into the vocal, right into a thrashy thing. Really catchy song. Doomed to Die. Yeah, great song. Catchy, cool. Right out of the gate, there's a like a whammy bar kind of solo, which is like, oh, whatever, blah, 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 dive bombs, whatever. No, it's cool. He's done this like bar smacking thing. And it reminds me of Hobbs back in from Suffocation back in the early days. He used to do that a lot, do this like bar smacking thing. I always liked that, man. Cool effect, you know. And anyway, yeah, there's bomb blasts in the chorus. It's super catchy though. It's evil as hell. Um, and Quirion, he has a great lead in Doomed to Die. Definitely takes the cake in that one. As far as the leads go, yeah, we've talked. Sever the Tongue, the two singles. Sever the Tongue is I like that one more. We've heard Sever the Tongue. You know, I've beat that to death. It was cool to have new Deicide singles after all these years. Yeah, Bury the Cross. That one. That one's a really good song. It's catchy. I get it. The intro riff sounds happy to me, though. That's the only thing I don't like. And I don't want to put that bug in anybody's ear and make them not like the riff, but it's a little bouncy and a little happy. I don't know if it's the note selection or if it's just a pattern in the riff that I've heard too many times. But anyway, Faithless, great song. I don't even have notes for that one. Oh yeah, it has that arpeggio intro. That's right, arpeggio kind of like intro in the beginning of it. It's really catchy, cool, like little lead over the intro of that one. Really good, catchy song. Then we're getting into stuff here. Woke from God. Man, I don't know. It has like that melodic, super catchy intro. It's a little bright, and I didn't think I'd like the song, but I think it might be my favorite one on the record as far as like just sticking. But that's the one where Steve is, man, I'm checking to make sure my mic, oh yeah, okay. I've smacked my mic off a couple times in videos, and that sucks. You gotta re-record it, which is not natural at all. Whatever. Anyway, that song. The drumming in that song, it's, you know, he does these bomb blasts through the whole freaking thing, and the fills that he does as the transitions in the next riff are fucking massive, man. Now that I said that, if you guys listen, the drumming in that song is ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, that's a great song. Woke from God. Anyway, Ritual. Ritual Deicide. The bass is really loud. That's the whole thing. I'll talk about the bass. People complained about the bass tone. I've heard people complain about it. I like the fact that I think they probably recorded the bass twice, but I don't know. I don't know that because I'm hard pressed to believe that all the bottom end is in the guitars only, and the bass is this bright of a bass is supposed to carry the bottom end. This is like almost like re-recorded and punctuated because it's intended to be heard. And I like the fact that you can hear it. It isn't almost like a Frank Bello register from Anthrax in a way. It's like bright and punchy, but it doesn't take away from the evil, and it's kind of cool to hear the bass in that one. Anyway, Ritual Deicide. Anyway, that's a classic Deicide song. Straight down picking, demanding as hell, kind of like I call it like they're like post-mortem kind of drivey down picking. You know, the hats are kind of sizzling, you know, kind of song. Anyway, Banished by Sin. That's the one, yeah, with an octave riff in the beginning. There's something going on. It's real catchy octave riffs, kind of slidey. Yeah, it has like a stompy verse. and there's like leads between the verses, which I kind of like that thing. I kind of like that. There's like a gallop chorus in that one, kind of thing. that was that was completely ridiculous. Yeah, there's a gallop chorus in that one. Yeah, so I really like Banished by Sin. I don't know, Woke from God and Ritual Defied might be my two favorite, but I really like Banished by Sin. Um, I don't really have any notes for A Trinity of None. It's kind of like I don't want to call it a stock song, but it's, I don't know, kind of a thrashy thing, for better part, or whatever. Um, I Am I, A Curse of Death, has a really cool intro. It's like a mid-tempo song. And The Light Defeated. This one I kind of, this one is kind of like a hardcore song, man. I don't know. It has like, it has like these dual vocals. And it's kind of a chuggy kind of song. It's mid-tempo. It has a really good lead in it, but it kind of reminds me of some hardcore song or something. I don't know. Now that I said that, people are start I don't know, floor punching, whatever the hell people do. Anyway, yeah, that one's The Light Defeated. Yeah, it's called hardcore. It's a hardcore song, man. Biohazard. Anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about the new Deicide. I think it's a great album. I don't have a problem with this album cover. I guess it's AI or something. I've seen a lot of people go, maybe because they didn't get an artist. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. Um, it looks cool. It's fine. Again, I like the, photo in the middle. People tell me I look like Steve. I get that in the comments. Some dude said, I thought you were the drummer of Deicide." And then some dude stood next to me and at the Suffocation show I went to at the end of last year, and said, he stood next to me and assumed I was Steve. And then when he got a good look at me, confessed that he was standing next to me because he thought I was Steve, and then said, "Do you ever get told that you look like Steve?" And I didn't up to that point, but now I do. But anyway, I don't have Steve's bomb blasts. I don't. I'm working on them, but I don't have them. Anyway, that's the video. That's the video for today. Yeah, that's how I feel about the new Deicide. Haters, go fuck off. Whatever. I don't know. Where's your album? Whatever. Yeah. Can you play this? I don't know. It's pretty demanding. Maybe you can. You know. I'm sure I could play it, but yeah, it's not a lot of. It's a lot. It's demanding stuff, man. Hats off to the writing. Nordberg is definitely a great addition to the band. He has like a melodic taste that's still going on. Quirion's still there chugging. I love it. No, it's good. And I see him live, man. They're playing this stuff note for note, and Glenn looks like he's way into it. Don't get me wrong, but he's underappreciated as a frontman and bass player. I'll say that, and the guys, like I said, they're not kids. Anyway, that's the video for today. Thank you for watching. If you watch this, and yeah, I don't know, give it a spin. It's a good record. Anyway, yeah. Deicide. Always. Shallow 666. Yeah.